everybody, this is Nelly from Nelly's Nook. I would like to share with you today how to work on patterns that are combi cut and fold. They look wonderful when they are finished. I have a book here that I just started. It's a custom made book, and this particular one is actually for my grandbaby, but I will show you how to work on combi cut and fold, and that's how the pattern will look when it's done. When you look at the patterns, you will have page number on the pattern, and then first and last number of your pattern will never be cut. They will be only fold, and the rest of the numbers will be cutting. Okay, how I prepare myself, I like to have a scissors ready, something to hold my pages, as you can see, and something to hold my book. So I usually put a big book behind it and put a rubber so it holds. I also put something here so to hold it, but you can do whatever it's more comfortable for you. Okay, so I have a clip that it's holding my book, and it's pretty large, so it holds a lot of pages for me. Then I have a ruler here. That's a very practical tool. Without it we cannot do anything. And then the pencil, bone folder for making your edges a little bit crispy. However, I like this little tool. I know we probably all ladies have it at home, but I figured out that this is my easiest way to work with. I know it's strange, but I like to do that. So let's start working on the pattern. On some of the pages, when you do your patterns, excuse me, sometimes your book has more pages as this one little bit, so you can do a half fold, so you can do extra fold so it doesn't show on your pattern. So if you see, when I put a book together, these pages, these extra pages will not show when the book is fully folded. So you can do different ways of folding it. I like to fold it this way, so I literally just folded one side, another side, and those are my extra pages that do not belong to the pattern. Okay, when I have in my pattern written, let's say 7-3 and 9-3, there are no cuts. It means that my page will not be cut, it will be just folded. So first and last one will be always folded. So you will see first and last is always folded. So that's how the page will look when there are no cuts. And there are a couple of them, as you can see it. Okay. So as I started to work on the book, you take your ruler. My book is already marked, but I'll show it to you anyway. So what I do, make sure that the book is straight. So sometimes I have to adjust it just to make sure that this is nice and straight. Some people like to put the ruler here and measure the dots. I prefer lines. For me personally, it's easier to fold. It gives me a little bit of guidance. So when I look at my page is 107. So in my booklet, I will find page 107. And as you can see, 107 has a little bit extra cuts. So I start with the measurement 1.8. It will be in centimeters. And my last measurement will be 16.9. So those two, this one and this one, will not be cut. It will be only folded. And all these other measurements we will put on the page. As you can see, I marked them already all. So what I do, I take my ruler, and you can take any ruler. It's not, I just like this one because it holds everything so nicely and snug. So as you can see, I don't know if you can, through the ruler, I already put all the measurements that I have on the page. Okay, so when I have my measurements on the page, as I said, my first measurement will be folded, it will not be cut. So we will fold it in 90 degrees. And my last one will be folded in 90 degrees. You can use the text as a line so it's nice and straight. And you can crease it with your fingers, or you can crease it with my little knife or with bone folder. I'll show you why I use the knife a little bit later. So now the rest of my measurements will be cut. So we will just cut them. If you can see, I have a little line over here on the scissors. So I'm trying to make it same seam distance. So now we will cut all the measurements that I marked. And as you can see, if I do lines, it's just a little bit easier for me to cut them straight. Okay. Now, in order to make all the folds the same depth, I made myself, took a little piece of cardboard and put little pieces over here. You can see that it's handmade, it's nothing special. And I mark over here how deep I want the fold to be. So when I take it, again, make sure that everything is straight. When I take it, that will be my depth of my fold. The reason I like this knife, because it goes very nicely underneath of my paper. If I take this, I won't be able to help my papers to come out. If you look at this, it's very nice and easy to pick my little folds. And I'll just do it a little bit. So you can see really like that little knife it's a wonderful tool for me. Now I take it off and I crease it with it. Right, so now you can see that's how the page should look like when it's done with cuts. Sometimes you will have only 2 cuts, sometimes you will have a lot of different cuts. Now we put it up here. And hold it with our clip, and we can do the next. Again, first and last will be fold 90 degrees. And the last one will be folded to 90 degrees. Now we will cut every single other measurement on that page. This one has a little bit extra because we are doing numbers. And again, first one we will fold, this one we will leave down, and third one we will fold, this one we will leave down, 5. So every even odd flap we will just bend. Here we go, there we go. Now take it off and just crease it. And you can crease it with the knife, or you can, if you like this one, you can crease it, but I like to do everything with my little knife. I don't know why, it's just, it does everything for me that I need. And again, that's how it's supposed to look like. So on this pattern, we will be folding 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th, and 15th. Okay, so it will be 1 in, 1 out, 1 in, 1 out. And you continue until the book is ready. Looking at the numbers over here, so right now I'm probably somewhere in the pattern that I'm right here. So it will be a little bit extra extra folds, but we will continue until the end of the book, and then we'll see how wonderful it will look.